Hello, friends. Welcome to the Jerry and Skeeter podcast, where we talk about everything and anything we want. If you enjoy the podcast, feel free to subscribe. Now let's get on with today's topic.
Unorganized Chaos Beach. Episode 1.
Episode 1. What was it? Unorganized?
Basically, unorganized chaos. Are you writing that down so you don't forget it?
Yes.
Oh my god. Well, basically, neither of us had the brain capacity or the energy to come up with a title for today. So we took it upon ourselves to come up. I don't fucking know. It's basically just random bullshit.
Yeah, it's basically just gonna be an episode of us talking about whatever.
Yeah. Enjoy.
So, first off, our coffee cups. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. You go first.
All right.
You go first. Mine has a whole thing that goes with it.
It's an elephant.
I was like this close to grabbing my cat cup or my sloth cup. I have several animal-inspired, mostly cat mugs. That's very cute, though. Wait, that's supposed to be. Wait, bring it back up. These very small ears for an elephant, my guy. Those are very small elephant ears. That's like some Nemo fin shit.
Oh my god, I never noticed that before.
Dude.
It's okay. You have beautiful ears.
It's like an elephant mixed with like a fucking bear.
It's fine.
It's a hybrid.
Your ears are fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Are you comforting your
Don't listen to her.
Oh, you better say it louder so he can hear. The fuck? Those ears are so fucking tiny, my guy.
We're doing great. It's great.
Christ. We
That's
just
fine.
barely started and I'm already like crying. All right, well, here's my mug. It says coffee makes me poop. It was a gift. It's a toilet. I am not drinking coffee out of it. However, I am drinking Mountain Dew out of it. So that's entertaining. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very yellow. But like it comes with an ambiance. So you can hear it better. I'll send you the audio file. You can't hear it because my mic is cutting out, but my mic is picking it up. Don't worry.
I heard the. Yes.
Unlike everybody else, I know how to get it in the bowl, though.
More Jerry ASMR. That's what we need.
Yeah, dude. I don't know about that. But ow, I just got something in my eye. So obviously, the first thing that you want to do if you get something in your eye is rub your eye as hard as you possibly can to scratch your retina.
Just rub it in harder.
Irritate your eye so much. Oh man. All right, so today I feel empowered because I changed the car battery in my car by myself with the help of YouTube and maybe a couple of friends like on the phone with me, but I don't have any friends in town. So I had to do it all by myself. It only took $60 in Uber rides to go get all the right parts.
I was gonna say, how did you get the battery? I thought someone was supposed to come help you.
Yeah, well, things fall through. Like, they have 3 kids, or 2 kids, one on the way, and, like, working their head off, and, like, they live over an hour away, so it's just, like, they weren't able to come out and help. And finally, I just got sick and tired of not having a car, so I did it myself, and I spent the money on the Uber to go do it myself.
Nice. So. Does it work now?
Yeah, it does. I couldn't figure out. So the reason why the battery got drained in the first place was because my lights didn't turn off, which my lights have always been in the auto position. So when I get out of the car, there's like a timer that the lights turn off after that timer.
Yeah.
For some reason, I guess my lights didn't turn off. I've never really checked on it. But the thing that pissed me off, all right, my neighbor noticed that my lights were on and didn't tell me. He was like, yeah, I noticed that your lights were on last night. I was going to come tell you. I was like,
then why didn't you?
Exactly. And like you're telling me this now when I knocked on your door to have you come help me jump my car because you're the only person I've talked to in the past 2 weeks that physically lives here.
That's like the bystander effect or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't fucking know what that means, but what I do know is he had appendix or a hernia surgery. So he couldn't do anything. He's like, I knocked on his door. He's like, hey, would you mind if I used your car to jump mine? I have a VA appointment that I got to get to, which is why I figured out in the first place that it was broken, or not broken, but drained.
Yeah.
And so I knocked on his door and he answers, and he's wearing like a tank top, wife beater thing, and like boxers. And he like, oh, okay, well, okay, all right. Starting from the beginning, I might as well just tell the whole story.
Tell the whole car story.
I get up and I go and I try to turn on my car. Nothing happening. I see somebody in the parking lot down the way, and I was like, oh shit. They already have their car running. Maybe they'll be willing to drive their car over here and help me jump mine. So I go over there, and it's just like, I'm not a judgmental person, except for sometimes. I mean, it was a girl, and she had like really straight hair, like self tanner, nails done, crop top. Like, she looked stereotypical. She looked basic, all right? And I asked her, I was like, hey, would you mind giving me a jump? Because my car battery's dead and I could use a jump. And she was like, well, how long is it going to take? Because I have to go pick somebody up. It takes like 5 seconds, but you obviously don't know anything. And so I'm just going to leave you alone. So immediately I was put off by asking anybody for help. And the only other person that I knew was the guy that had talked to me, who was my neighbor when I was taking out the trash. Like a hi, how are you, on my way to go take my trash bags out, and struck up like a very, very, very short conversation. And so obviously this emboldened me to knock on his door and ask if I could use his car to jump. Little did I know he just had fucking hernia surgery. Jeez. And so he's like, okay, he's like, well, I just had surgery. You know, he's bent over, like obviously in pain. And I was like, no, go back to bed. Go back to, and he fucking wouldn't take no for an answer. He's like, let me go put pants on and I'll come out. And he's like, I can't do anything. I can't lift anything. So you're going to have to lift up he had like a big truck. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you're going to have to lift the hood up and you're going to have to do everything. It's like, I will drive your truck over there with you watching me if that makes you more comfortable. Cause I don't want to, you know.
Yeah.
And so tried doing that. It didn't work. He reparked his car and disappeared into his apartment. Now I'm terrified of him. I don't know why. So then I ordered an Uber, got to my appointment on time,
so
but I called
you guys
them.
Jumping the car wouldn't work?
No, it was dead, like dead.
Oh, shit.
And so I went and ordered an Uber to go to my VA appointment. And then, of course, I told my therapist everything. She's like, oh, my God, it's been such a long day for you. And like, I had a really nice Uber driver, so it was a good time for me. And in fact, the guy that drove me home from that VA appointment drove me home from getting battery today. So, but yeah, so I went to my VA appointment. And then the next day I had to go back and get some tools because I didn't have the right ones. So I tried charging the battery, but nothing happening. I bought a battery charger off Amazon, got delivered the next day. So now we're 2 days into the adventure. The next day it shows up.
When you said a battery charger on the way, you told me a family person was bringing it.
Did I?
Yeah.
No. My parents are out of town because it's their anniversary, so they went up to Gettysburg.
I could have sworn you said like a family or friend that lives an hour away was gonna bring it and drop it off.
No, the battery charger I ordered off Amazon, and then I hooked it up and nothing happened. I am sorry if I lied to you. I didn't mean to. I didn't know I was lying. If I'm being totally honest, I didn't know.
No, I think it just got mixed up because you were trying to get someone to help you, and then
yeah, because listen, under this blue, I'm blonde. All right, I'm very stupid. Like, you underestimate how stupid I. Well, I did change a battery, in a car today, so. Obviously, I'm a professional mechanic.
I also might have read into it when you said battery on the way. I thought somebody was bringing it to help you. I didn't realize that you bought it off Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So there's a difference between a battery and a battery charger. So I had an extension cord and I hooked everything up and I started charging the battery, or I thought I was, except for my car is like an older model. So the way that you jumpstart the car is not actually how you charge the battery. I had no idea that was a fucking thing. I didn't even know where the battery was. So then I had to lift up everything and unscrew a couple of things.
How do you jump How do you jump a car? You did not put it on the battery?
No, the way that you jumpstart my particular vehicle is different than the battery. It has a cable that connects to the battery that you can jumpstart with.
Oh, so you don't just like put it directly on the battery. Okay, weird.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, that's why I was fucking confused.
You're also
for 2 days I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Also, to be fair, your window buttons are in the center console and not actually on the doors. So that's
It's German engineering, bitch. Okay, it's bougie as fuck. I also have no air conditioning. So I don't know what you want from me. God, that was the longest drive to and from Florida. Swear to fucking God.
Are you okay?
The hair attacking my face. Okay. So mind you, this is like day 3.
Right.
I got the battery charger. I didn't immediately I tried to hook it up, but I hooked it up incorrectly, got discouraged, went back inside, started watching Downton Abbey again. And then I figured out where the actual battery was, and then I opened up that part and I plugged it in, and my car started making noises like it was trying to charge. I leave it for 20 minutes and it's still making those noises, which means the battery is probably bad. So then I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to try and pull the battery out. Little did I know there's a fucking clip like way down in there that you have to unscrew. I leave it at this stage for like 3 days. Because I'm just like, I don't want to fucking deal with it. I got a lot of other shit going on in my life right now. I can't handle the stress. And then eventually, like yesterday, I finally started like picking up the pieces of my broken heart and putting them back together and being like, all right, bitch, you gotta get your car fixed. You gotta be able to go somewhere. You gotta be able to do something. And so my friend who was going to come and help me, he was going to come and help me yesterday, didn't show. His friend was going to come help me and he didn't show. He was going to call one of his friends and have him come help me, and nothing happened. I never even heard from that guy. And so it's just like, you know what? I can't fucking, I love my friends. I love everybody. I can't fucking wait for them to like come and rescue me like some goddamn Disney princess. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like just show me. And so I sent a picture of the battery to my friend. He was like, okay, you just gotta unscrew that little fucking little thing down there. It's like, okay. Bitch, when I tell you it took me 30 minutes to try and finagle, it was in the space like this wide. I couldn't fit my fat fucking fingers in there. And so I'm like trying to finagle. The socket wrench extender that I had wasn't long enough to go over the battery. It was just short enough. So I had about like, if this is a wrench, then this is how far I could move it.
Oh my
And it's one of those wrenches that clicks. It's like click, 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 and then pulls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how far I could move it. So then I tried taking the extender off and moving it down. Well, that almost worked, except for there was just a little gap in the plastic at the bottom. So I could still only move it like this. And so like with less room for my hand. So then I took a wrench that was like, I got it loose enough to where it was a little bit wiggly. And I took like a regular wrench and I had to put it in like this way. So here's like the space in the battery. I put it down. And you know how a wrench is like shaped like this?
Yeah.
Imagine this is how I did it. So I'm going down on top of the bolt. I have no leverage. So I'm like sitting here like, and every every now and again, because wrenches are kind of curved at the end, I had to pick it up and like rotate it and then continue. And eventually I was able to get that fucking bolt undone. And then I pulled the battery out. Batteries weigh so fucking much. Holy shit, I was not prepared for that. When I called the Uber in to take me into O'Reilly's, when I tell you, I like messaged the driver and I was like, hey, I'm sitting right here, not at the pickup point. I'm sitting right here in the shade because I'm not carrying this dumbass battery all the way down there. This guy pulls up, I hop in his truck, he drives me to O'Reilly's, spend about 5 seconds, buy the new battery, lug it outside, get another Uber, same guy that picked me up for my VA appointment on Monday. So it's been basically
you can't order the Ubers to just like sit there for 5 minutes and wait for you.
I'm sure you probably could, but I didn't want to keep them from picking up other people. I don't fucking know. I thought about asking, and then my social anxiety took over and was like, nah, bitch,
Right,
you're not gonna ask them to do that. You're not gonna ask them to do that. So I didn't. So yeah, then I got back home and he was so nice. He dropped me off. He remembered. All of a sudden, that's kind of creepy. He remembered where I lived.
You should have just said that in the voice and then realized that.
Anyways, an Uber driver knows where I live now, but you don't. So he drops me back off. I put the battery in. I redo, like, they do my little and put the fucking battery back in. I connect. Okay, so you always want to disconnect the grounding, which is the negative, first.
Yes.
And then do the positive, because the positive doesn't have electricity if it doesn't have the grounding.
Yes.
Well, when you're putting the battery back in, you want to do it the opposite way, positive and then the grounding. I did the positive, and my hands are shaking because I'm terrified of being electrocuted to death. But, I literally came in, got a dish rag, and like put that where I was putting my hand on the metal, just in case there's no current.
There's no rubber on your... But you just have
not
metal...
in the engine. Like where I'm leaning over, like my hood is propped up.
Right.
Like where I'm leaning. Yeah. My car is old. Like it doesn't have like rubber grips or anything. But anyways, because of my own anxiety, I put a rag down. And I was using it to wipe sweat away because I'm a hardworking man. And so I tightened the positive on. As soon as I touched the negative to the battery, my car starts yelling at me. It starts honking and it starts panicking, which scared the piss out of me. It scared the fucking piss out of me. And so then I just kind of like gently put all of the metal pieces that I was using back. And I was just like, I'm not going to touch you for a second. I'm going to take a breather. And I turned like my car back. Like my car was going off because you have to push the unlock on the key fob. Basically, it thought it was like getting broken into. Mm-hmm. Like, like that panic, car alarm thing. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. I unlocked my car. I was like, well, at least I know the battery's working. And so I texted my friend. I was like, you're supposed to do the positive and then the negative, right? And then like after a few ginger touches with other metal objects, I realized it was fine. And then I screwed it back in, which I had to like hold it and screw it back in at the same time. And I connected it, put the hood back on, or like put the like cover back on, screwed that back in, closed the hood, and turned my car on, and it was working. And I turned it off and my lights were still on, and I was freaking the fuck out. So I was like, this is what drained my battery in the first place. I was like, no. I went around, I slammed all the doors closed again. Trunk, back doors, side doors, everything. And it was still on. And then I realized, oh, it's on because my driver door is open. Because I had been going in and out of my driver's seat. Anyway, so I closed the door, locked the car, and the lights were still on. And I had fiddled with them. I had like turned them on and off and whatnot. I was like, okay, I'm going to go put my tools away inside, take a little bit of a breather, and come back out and make sure everything's okay. If they're not off, we have a problem. So I went inside and I came back out and it was fine. So that was my day.
Nice.
And because I'm so proud of myself for doing this, I haven't taken a shower because I'm basking in my own masculinity scent. proud of yourself, like after a workout or something, that you're just like, I'm just gonna sit in this for a little bit. I'm just gonna be proud of myself and my own stench. Because I know I worked hard. The way you're looking at me means no.
I don't really do that because of the proud moment. I do that so that after I work out, I usually eat and I like sit down until my whole body is cool enough for me to go take a hot shower. Because fuck cold showers.
I was gonna disagree with you for a second, then I was just like, I thought about it. I was like, you know, she right though. She right though.
Like, why would I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to like. I find that cold showers don't really cool you down anyways. So like, you get into the shower sweating, and then you get out of the shower sweating.
Like, as you're like washing your hair or some shit. Oh my god. It's like, yeah, no, I know what you mean though. Because it doesn't lower your core temperature.
No.
It just makes your skin cold and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I get it. But also, like, it is kind of nice having like a cool shower. Like, if you've been in the sun all day or something.
Yeah.
Like, not a cold shower, but like a lukewarm.
Yeah, like a.
Oh my god, Beach. It's almost like your best friends. Anywho, how's my adventure?
I don't think I've done anything besides
literally me for like the past week though, for real.
I'm working my way through the Marvel universe of film and TV shows.
Yeah. Where are you at?
I finished the Avengers, so Iron Man 3 is next. But I came into a roadblock because the Incredible Hulk is not available anywhere unless I buy it. So I just skipped it. It's fine. I'll go back and watch it when it does become available.
I love the dedication to your craft.
I wasn't gonna pay $4 to watch this 2008 movie.
Just watch the original Hulk.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. But yeah.
It's like the one from the 80s where it's like green paint instead of CGI.
Oh my gosh. I saw on TikTok that during the filming of Wizard of Oz, like the actors like got actually sick from the paint that they used. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Wasn't it Jim Carrey's like The Grinch That Stole Christmas? Like he was in like cosmetics for hours at a time. Like, fuck that, dude.
Like, so for the Tin Man, they actually had 2 different actors because the first one got so sick from the paint.
Was it like lead paint? It probably had lead in it because it was like 63, I think, right?
I think it was aluminum. No, not aluminum. I don't know.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know that there was I think, all right, I remember hearing this story when I was in kindergarten. I don't know why I remember it, but there was a ballerina who also did like a performance where she was painted entirely gold or something, and she also got sick. And I think it's because like a lot of paints back then, because it was, I can't remember what year The Wizard of Oz came out, but it was a while ago, and it was before like they knew like, you know, houses like they would have like lead paint and things. So it was probably that. This is my favorite part of the podcast, is when I have to fill in the silence because you're looking up something on your fucking phone. It's so entertaining for everyone.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure.
I don't want to say something wrong.
I say things that are wrong all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah, it was aluminum dust.
You're stupid.
Face paint coated in aluminum dust, and the first guy, he was basically breathing it in, so his lungs failed. And then the second guy wasn't as bad because they like changed it up, but they still used aluminum powder or whatever it was, and
Random husband has appeared. That was fucking great.
I didn't see what happened.
For those of you who are listening and aren't watching, Nikki's husband just like opened the door and like peeked his head in and saw what was happening and immediately closed it. What a great time.
The second actor had a really bad eye infection because it got like in his eyes and stuff. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, dude, the amount of things that movies like put actors through is fucking insane. Like
especially back then, the witch for Wizard of Oz didn't have a stunt double, so she got burned by the pyrotechnics. What?
I found that funny for no reason. That was a horrible thing to laugh at, which is why I tried to cover it up. Then you had to call it out.
Like, it's not funny.
Hollywood is so fucked, dude. Do you remember the story about the girl who like in Jaws? Like, so I don't know if you ever watched Jaws.
Very long ago. Very traumatized.
Yeah, okay, well, since you're traumatized, you'll remember. You know the scene where the girl is like basically the first scene where she's like in the water and the shark clamps on her and is like dragging her around. Well, the machine that they created clamped down on her so hard, it broke, I think, 3 ribs. And her screams were actual screams of pain because her ribs were breaking. But the director decided that it was such, like, it was so perfect. And she was such a good method actor that they were just going to continue. And after that point, she quit acting completely. Because she was like, fuck that.
My God. Yeah.
Dude, Hollywood is fucked.
That does remind me of like an opposite story though. You watched all the Harry Potters now, right?
I've only seen the second through the last one. I've still not seen the first one. Why is my cup leaking?
So you know the part, I think it's where Sirius dies, where Harry Potter is just like screaming.
Sorry. I'm sorry. A lot of things are happening right now. I know you can't tell, but this like portion is full of water because I just finished washing this and I pulled it out of the dishwasher and is leaking down my arm, which is really just adding to the whole experience, to be honest.
A leaky toilet.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been our podcast name. The leaky
toilet. Fuck. Anyways, so Severus died, or
Sirius.
No,
Sirius. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Sirius? That moment in the movie where I think Dumbledore is holding him and Harry Potter is just like screaming, but you can't hear it. They like just played music instead of like playing that. They said because one of Daniel Radcliffe's grandparents had died recently, so he basically, all that pain that he felt, like just let it go in that moment. And the director or whoever made the decision, they decided that it was too raw and too emotional to actually have it. Like everyone on set was in tears, and that's why that scene is muted out because of his scream.
At least they were respectful about it.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's why I said, like, on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's a story.
I was questioning where you were going with that for a second, and then I was just like, oh, okay, all right. Well, at least they did that.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the bottom, and it's always hard.
It's not a race. You don't have to.
I just really wanted to drink my Mountain Dew. Whatever. The shirt's dirty anyway.
Dirty with your your masculinity.
I'm feeling the effects of masculinity.
I want to go to war.
What a lightsaber! Oh
war!
We need to get off TikTok. We need to stop.
Y'all think?
Oh my god.
Speaking of TikTok, something came across my page today. Do you know about the Olympic pentathlon? pentathlon?
Yeah.
Pentathlon?
I know what you're talking about. That's what my brother runs.
Seriously?
Not in the Olympics,
obviously, but like
yeah, pentathlon.
So it has like 5 different thingies. Well, it's going viral on TikTok about the equestrian portion of it.
I love it.
You love it?
I fucking love it, dude. I love I love anything to do with horses.
Okay.
Just first off. And like the dance portions that I've been watching on TikTok of the Olympics.
Well, you're gonna hate this.
Fuck, dude. Why are you gonna ruin everything? God damn it. Just let me enjoy my fucking life. But like also at the same time, like, what does that have to do with animal cruelty? Is there something wrong? Are they steroiding the animals? Are they fucking up with the happy horsies? I need answers. I need words from your mouth. Don't send it to me. Oh my god.
Okay, so the issue is these athletes, at least the female portion, I haven't seen any videos of the male portion, but basically these female athletes don't know how to fucking ride. It's clear as day they don't know how to ride. So it
just the females.
Oh my god, seriously?
I thought it was funny. Oh shit. That was funny.
The TikTok I sent you is the German rider who was in the lead to win. But basically had a tantrum on the horse because the horse refused to jump because the rider wasn't riding properly.
Oh. Yeah.
You should.
I'll watch it later.
No, watch it now.
We're recording a podcast right now, bitch.
I need you to understand what I'm talking about.
My fucking god, fine. Where did you send it?
To you.
Oh, there it is.
She looks very, very nervous here. She's on Saint Boy. What on earth is going on here? The horse
First of all,
refused.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, this is devastating.
She's giving him the wrong command.
Able to get Saint Boy to move into the arena.
Oh my god, what a dumbass.
Kim Reisner.
Alright, I can't watch anymore. I know what she's doing wrong. It's pissing me off. Yeah, you're right.
That's basically all of the riders were like that. That horse.
For those of you who don't know, what she was doing is, first of all, she's riding. For those of you who are horse girls like me, hey, one, she's riding an English saddle, and she is like hitting the horse like she's riding Western. Everybody who's ever been taught to ride English style, you've got very thin stirrups, like I forget what it's called, but like the part that connects the stirrups to the saddle. And what you're supposed to do is gently squeeze on the sides of the horse in order to get the horse to accelerate. The other thing you have to do is you have to let the horse fucking breathe with the reins. She's pulling back on the reins, which is telling the horse back up. She's telling the horse back up. That's what he is like. If you want to ride, you have to keep your hands low and fucking not pull back on the reins like you're trying to choke the damn thing. So no wonder the horse didn't want to fucking move forward, because she's telling him, move forward with my feet, but also back up with my reins. So that's what's going on for those of you who don't know.
I wish I could find because the first rider was on that same horse, and the horse threw her off because
personal problem.
Because he would jump and she would land on his neck. Like, she wasn't staying in the saddle. She was literally on his neck. Like, it was so...
Not the horse's fault.
It's not. And that's, like, the frustrating part, because, like, everybody, like, obviously the people on TikTok can see it's clearly not the horse's fault. And that's why they're so upset. They're calling this animal cruelty. But, like, you listen to the announcers, how they're, like, saying that
saying
it
the
is
horse doesn't want to go, the horse doesn't want to do this, the horse
the horse
yeah, no,
the
it's
horse,
not the horse's fault.
these are prized Japanese jumping horses. These horses are trained to do what they're supposed to do, but the riders are not. They have no idea what they're fucking doing, and I'm so confused how you can sign up for an event and not train for every portion of the event. Like,
I can though. Like,
I just,
because if you are the best, so picture this. If you are the best in every category except one, you are leagues ahead of people who are best at 3 categories, right? So like focusing on the things that you're good at and not focusing as much on the things that you're bad at. I see why, but at the same time, like I agree with you. Like if you, especially if it involves either another person or like an animal or anything
Yeah.
like that, like I get it. The other thing is like if you're training with a specific horse, because horses, like people, have their own personality. And like if you learn on one horse and then you have to perform the event on another horse.
yeah. That's like one of the things that they brought up is like having it come down to a random draw where you have like 20 seconds for you and the horse to interact is not typical, not ideal. They should have the same rules as regular
Equestrian.
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 I have a question.
Esquire.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched any of the Olympics, mostly because I'm not interested in it, but also because I don't have access to it. My sister hit me up actually. She was like, do you have any sort of anything that I could watch the Olympics on? I was like, nah, bitch, I'm poor. What the fuck? You make 6 figures, pay for it yourself. What the fuck? Hey, why are you trying to mooch off me, bitch? I don't even have a taxable income. The fuck?
Oh my god.
I don't make enough money to pay taxes, for those of you wondering.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, it is what it is.
But yeah, this
Credit cards are amazing.
stop.
Listen, I thought it was funny. Yeah, I always say, you know, it's nice. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering, like, how the fuck I actually live my life. So I get disability payment from the military, but I'm going to school, so I have like a tuition stipend as well from the government. So that's how I live right now. And then eventually I will have a degree that I can use to get a regular person job. But shit, I had something that I was going to say about this. What the fuck? Where'd it go? Goddamn ADHD brain. Oh, yeah, I'm in school. So I'm the oldest freshman on campus. I terrify everyone, and I give horrible financial advice, and it's the most entertaining thing I've ever done.
You do not.
I do.
What?
Why not? Credit cards are free money.
No, it's not.
You want to go to Tokyo? Put that shit on a credit card.
You do not actually do that. You do not actually do that.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I seriously do.
God.
Because there's nothing more fun in this world than fucking with somebody who's absolutely got no idea what's going on.
Oh my god, I cannot believe you. This is a prime example of Slytherin energy and Hufflepuff energy right here. Which, by the way,
it's so fun.
By the way, my Hufflepuff cup is no more.
I know, I saw.
Devastating.
Yeah. Crotch goblins. Am I right?
I didn't scream, I didn't yell. I was just like, I saw it, had a deep in-breath, like, and then I was like, mourned for like 2 minutes. I'm still really upset about it, but like, it's a different kind of upset. Like, so I I guess this is my time to entertain.
I still have these. I got for you.
Oh, yeah, you do.
From my road trip at Christmas time.
Wait, why didn't you bring those with you from Florida then?
I forgot that I had them. I also forgot where they were until I moved and started putting things into that drawer, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, look at that. I'll be goddamned. So. But also, I was gonna get a hoodie to put this on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Speaking of, I found another, like a small company off of TikTok that has a sweatshirt that is perfect for you. I just have to wait until it's in stock. Would you prefer a sweatshirt or a t-shirt?
Like a sweatshirt? Like
not like a hoodie
or
one.
like a hoodie.
It's not a hoodie.
Okay.
It's a like, yeah, like a sweatshirt. Not a sweater with like crocheted and shit, but like, you know, plain,
I don't wear those
basic.
anyway. Listen, when you got, all right, first of all, we need to talk about something. I got broad ass shoulders. Like fucking, like if you saw like my head compared to the rest of my body, it'd be like a thimble on an apple, if that makes sense. Like that's the size difference. Like I am like beefy, but I also got some pretty, you know, sizable chesticles. And the problem with knitted sweaters with the boobalungas that I have is is the way that it falls. So I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this, but if you're not wearing skin tight clothing, it will hit the peak of where your bagunk donks are and just fall straight down. So the rest of your body looks like a fucking tube from like your boobs down. So you look like you have no curves whatsoever. And sweaters are notorious for making people look bad in that way, in that regard. Because unless they are like tighter sweaters, and especially me, because I'm 6 feet tall, longer sweaters. So I got basically like sweater crop top shit happening. And it's not a pretty sight for anybody, but I did buy 7 sweaters that were on sale at the end of the summer. I just haven't worn them. I'm pretty sure there's about 5 that still have tags on them.
So you want a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say, it's just the fact. I mean, before like we hopped on here, what I was doing was I was taking the sweater and I was hiking it underneath like this so that I could dry the sweat that's underneath there. Like, I feel like you people don't understand. Like, you itty bitty titty committee beaches. Like, I love y'all. Y'all are gorgeous. But like, I mean, so am I. Just in different ways. We have different problems. Grass is greener. I dropped my nicotine.
I dropped my nicotine.
Am I wrong?
No.
Thank you.
It's been a real adjustment going from that itty bitty committee to droopy committee.
Oh, I know. I found basically my Marine Corps yearbook, which had all the pictures from boot camp. And I look at that person, that 145-pound Cindy.
Bro, I was under 130 pounds.
Well, you're also like at least smaller, 5 inches shorter than I am.
That's insane how like small we were in boot camp.
I had a Taylor Swift body like circa fucking early 2000s.
Same.
Like I had no ass, no bubulunkunkas. I had nothing. And now I have both, but they come with a package of yeast in the middle. And you know, like Pillsbury Doughboy kind of esque. Yeah. And then I get like the high-waisted like anythings to try and like make like push it in, you know?
Pack it in. Yeah.
Just like stuff it in there, zip it up, make sure it's a little bit tight so it actually works. Because control top panties are not for me.
No joke.
I do that.
No joke. That's why I wore maternity leggings for so long after I gave birth. Because
these are Joey's Thanksgiving pants. But the problem is it only works for so long. If you know anything about denim, you know it stretches. So this is what happens. I go from being this to being this. Because the thickest part of denim is right here. And I got a poop right here, a poofy poof right here, and I got a poofy poof right here. That's exactly what happens. I got double rolls. You got double chin? I don't give a fuck. I got double stomach, beach. I'm like a cow. I got 3 stomachs.
This got chaotic really fast.
Listen, I've had a lot of caffeine today.
I can tell.
Hey, do I always feel the need to put a blanket on myself? It's not cold, and I turn the air conditioning off. Ugh.
It's comfort.
Ugh.
It's a comfort blanket.
Yes.
It's a security
Ew.
blanket.
It made my t-shirt moist.
I was trying to be fucking nice or something, and you just come in here, yeah, my t-shirt nice.
It did. It did. I don't know what you want from me. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
What other crazy shenanigans can we talk about for the next 10 minutes?
I don't know.
I'm gonna dye my hair. Oh, books? Okay.
Wait, dye your hair. No, definitely dye your hair.
Yeah, so I texted Emily. For those of you who don't know what's going on with me, I broke up with my boyfriend, and so I've been a mess. And I texted Emily, and I was like, "Hey, I broke up with Caleb, so I'm gonna come over tomorrow. You want to dye my hair black?" I sent her like just a message, just like, "Hey, so I broke up with Caleb on Friday. So what are you doing tomorrow? Can I come over? Can you dye my hair?"
Did she answer?
Yeah, I'm going over tomorrow.
Yes!
After therapy. I love that. I love this like right after therapy. So my therapist, like, I have a really good like. I'm very skilled at making people think that I'm okay when I'm not. I don't know how I do it.
Okay, well, you should be doing that with your therapist. That's the one person you should not be doing that with.
Right, but also I can't help it because you know what also goes into that? Social anxiety. I want everybody to think that I'm put together. Especially my therapist.
How are you gonna get better if you're not doing
Alcohol. Nicotine.
Cindy?
Headfirst in traffic. What? I'm fine, I promise. No, it's just like whenever I'm like talking to my therapist, like because I think so much before going in there, I have a pretty good like basically I'm charismatic and I'm able to express what's happening. But expressing how I feel about what's happening is the problem. And I don't know how to fix it. Maybe I should talk to her about that.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to be doing!
But like, I'm not the type of person who just breaks down in their therapist's
Okay,
office.
so
Like,
you
I'm
don't
not,
have to. Just...
No, I don't. I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just saying like I don't. I feel like it's. I see. I wish I could English. English would be a great thing right now. I feel like almost like if I'm not crying in therapy, then why the fuck am I going? But then at the same time, I know that I still need to be going regardless.
Yes.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's why you're going to therapy, to figure out this. So, just...
Well, it's also so I have a friend in town that I could go talk to. Listen, I said in town. You're not here. You can't hug. Well, neither can she because I would be crossing professional boundaries, but like...
Yeah, I don't think she's a
hug.
friend.
Friendly. I did exactly what I said I was going to do, though, by the way. that VA called about filling out a thingy again, and I just didn't answer the phone because I knew it was him. To be fair, he called an hour late from when I told him to call me, so it's like, well, you missed your window. I wasn't gonna pick up anyway, but you missed your window.
To be fair, he missed his
fair.
window.
I was totally his problem, not mine.
That is what we call deflection, people. Prime example. Not just bring back 2012.
Deflect.
Stop.
Avoid.
Stop.
Bury your feelings.
Jesus Christ. It's a horrible TikTok dance.
Oh my god.
Wait, can you please do that and make it go viral?
No. I'm terrified of making any TikToks where I have to physically do anything. Like, if I'm playing a video game and something funny happens, maybe I'll make that into a TikTok. But like,
I'll take the footage from this and make it a TikTok.
Deflect, avoid.
Bury your feelings.
Bury your feelings. This is horrible advice, and take none of it, alright?
Please don't take any of this damn advice.
Do I need to wash my hair before I dye it tomorrow? I'm not bleaching it, so probably not. Probably should. I mean, well, sorry. The ADHD just took over. I'm sorry.
Anyways, books. Kindle or actual copies? Thoughts. Mine is quite small.
Actual books, please. Thank you. I'm trying to line it up perfectly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you're gonna spend $15 on a book, I would rather have it in physical form than on a tablet. Like,
plus it smells better.
Okay,
feels better. It's more relaxing. I just finished the first Outlander book and I started the second one. All right, and everybody knows the only reason you read the Outlander books is for Jamie. So like, I'm like thumbing through to figure out when Jamie comes back into the picture. It's
oh my god!
Till page like 90.
Oh my god, that's like... Okay, I'm gonna have a wrong opinion probably to most people. In high school, we read like every year our English teacher would have us pick out a book to read, and like we read it as a class, you know, and we go over it. I hated Uncle Tom's Cabin. I hated that book so
me too.
much. Did you even read it?
Nope.
I didn't. Literally,
I have no idea what it's even about.
It's about slaves, like the Underground Railroad.
Nope.
It's a very famous book. You've
never
never
heard
even
of it, never read it.
It's a very famous book. Mark Twain.
I was homeschooled. Kid, I've read books about Jesus. That's it. That's it. We only read about Jesus. That's it.
Oh, never mind. It wasn't Mark Twain. It was Harriet Beecher Stowe. Anyways, very boring. Very, very boring. It's like one of those books where it like changes perspectives, so it, like follows different people.
Those are hard to follow. Yeah.
I'm pretty good with it, but this
the only book that I was ever able to do that with was The Last Song.
I never read that one.
It was a good one.
Anyways,
Nicholas Sparks.
So, there was only one perspective that I liked, and it was of a young couple like trying to escape, and so I would only read those sections, and every other like chapters or whatever, I would just cheat off my desk mate for the answers on the questionnaire or like Google it. It was so dry. It was so bad. I did not like the book at all.
Tried reading it as an adult.
No. I probably still wouldn't
Maybe you
like
should
it.
give that a go.
No.
Well, if you pit yourself against it, yeah. If you have a kid that's never tried mushrooms a goddamn day in their life and then keep telling themselves, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Of course, when they try them, they're going to hate them. But if you're like, they're not that bad in your mind, then you'd be like, oh, I still hate them, but like, okay. One say it's got to open your mind. Got to open your mind. I mean, I feel like I'm not wrong.
I mean, no, but like, I'd rather read like anything
fantasy.
else. Yeah, I'm very fan. I've always been that way. Like, even like you said, Nicholas Sparks. My mom loved him. I never read a book. Never.
He's a good author.
He is a good author. I agree.
I wouldn't say that it's like anything that I'm like I'm more drawn toward like Stephen King and like mystery murdery books. But I also really like, and this is why I think that I might like that book that you were talking about that you read in school, is because I like classic literature.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Pride and Prejudice and like, you know, like Sherlock Holmes, like things like that. Sherlock Holmes is probably my favorite book ever. But it's a collection of short stories technically. But it's fucking hilarious. Once you like understand the humor and you understand like the difference in like how we talk now versus then
Yeah.
it gets fucking hilarious, dude. I think you would probably like it.
I would
because
probably, yeah.
It's fucking great, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
But like, I like, you know, the classic, like the Grimm's fairy tales, things like that. But I like things that are, you know, I also like Shakespeare. Like actually reading Shakespeare is like, people think that reading Shakespeare is like the hardest thing that you can do. But once you read enough of it, you start to understand it, and then it like becomes apparent. And
that's
like it clicks, you know.
Yeah,
but it's putting the effort in is the hard part.
Yeah, every year, along with reading like a book, like the other semester would be reading Shakespeare, like a piece of his work.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, I'm very well versed in Shakespeare. Not well versed, but like I would know how to read it if I picked it up right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely like I personally like to challenge myself when it comes to things. Like there's certain books that I'll read just because like I enjoy reading them, like the Outlander series.
Yeah.
But like there's also books that like my go-tos are like I like self-help books. I like things that really expand your mind and help you think in a different way.
Yeah,
I like classic literature. Well, have you ever read a self-help book?
No. What do I want?
With the fucking mushrooms.
I will say, Charles Dickens is one of my favorite authors.
Yeah, I actually haven't read any Dickens.
A Tale of Two Cities is probably like top 10 favorite books ever.
There's Melville is one that I'd like to read. Which obviously like there's the god damn it, I can't think of the title right now. The whale and the captain and the white whale and the thing. That one. I can't remember the name of it for some reason. I can remember the author's name, but I can't remember the name of the fucking book. But I'd like to read that. And I'd like to get into like different types of authors. Like I'd like to read Nietzsche. I'd like to try Nietzsche out. I heard Nietzsche is pretty hard to understand though, which is obviously like appeals to me. But like classic authors. I've never read any Dickens. I'd like to read some of that.
A Christmas
Jane Austen.
Carol?
I lent out my. I've obviously heard of him, and like I know that he wrote the Christmas Carol, but
I've only never actually read it.
Yeah, okay. I've never read it. But like, I actually gave I lent out my Jane Austen book to Casey, and she took it home with her over the summer. So maybe I'll get it back. I don't know if I will, but it was only like $20. So, but it was a really pretty book. It was like a pastel blue. It was really pretty. and it was all of the works of Jane Austen. But she wanted to read Pride and Prejudice, and I was like, here, take it. And see, that's the thing I like about books too. You just lend them out, just give them away. Just here you go. Although I probably should have read it first, because now I really want to read it. But whatever.
Oh my god.
I feel like we should like once we actually get like a following, we should like have people send us like questions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can like do like a Q&A thing.
Yeah.
Can you even read that?
Yeah, Jerry's advice.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, so be your own cup of coffee. Bam. Did it?
Or shot of whiskey, whatever. You go Glen Coco, but you probably can't see that.
Yeah, the bottom part's like blurred out because it's focused on you.
And then there's like a cup of coffee that says "fuck off." I'm pretty proud of it. A cup of coffee is dried, kind of weird. I don't know. I was just wondering if you can even read it. I mean, half of it's going to be cut off when I'm streaming anyway. But I figured it was time to change it.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
On a whole, are we
calling it? Are we done?
I think that's pretty good-ish. I don't know. So this is our first episode of Unorganized Chaos, where we just talked about random shit.
I like how you had to look down at your notes because you forgot the title.
I didn't forget the title. I just didn't want to mispronounce things because I am illiterate. Basically.
It's not dyslexic being easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything else noteworthy. I mean, the car battery really took up like the first half hour of this.
It really did.
I don't know, man. Maybe I should go shower. Like my shirt is moist, my bra is moist, the waistband is moist, my hat is kind of moist-ish. I should like wash all of this.
Yes.
I just did laundry yesterday.
Self-care.
I don't feel like doing it again. And you pull it out of the dryer and actually push it away. Anywho.
Yes.
I don't have anything clever.
Thank you guys for watching / listening. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Also like the video if you can. It helps us out. Maybe I don't know.
Comment if you have questions for us or for yourself that you can't answer, and we'll try.
Comment any topic ideas, podcast ideas, topics that you want us to talk about.
Yeah, and what we should do is put the podcast email in the description so that people can send. If you guys have other funny stories that you want us to read, we can do that. Yeah. We do all sorts of things.
All the things.
The world is our oyster. Lobster. Seafood is gross.
Wrong.
God, what is going on with my brain today? Oh my god.
I don't know, but we needed this energy.
This is the most energy I've had in over a week. Probably over 2. Jesus.
Anywho, on that note, before we get depressing, bye guys!
Get a therapist!
What did you just grab? Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Because that's what I need is more caffeine.
More caffeine.
But I'm not sponsored by Mountain Dew, so we're gonna put it cozy. Sponsor me.
Put it in a coffee cup. We just talked about this. No, please don't. No, please. Fuck.
I turned off my air conditioning for this.
Why? Why did that? You don't have your headphones on.
Is that a what?
Why?
I don't have my headphones on, so I'm not going to be able to hear your answer anyway.
Why? Why?
Vagina.
Why?
Why? Why what?
Why did you have to turn off your air conditioning?
Oh. Because it makes a lot of noise.
Oh.
And I turned my gain up on my microphone. Also, look, it's yellow colored.
That's probably not the best choice.
I'm thriving right now.
Okay. Ready? Let's go.
Ready?
Let's go. Shit, what is it?
I've been picking at my nail beds and I actually like clapped on like a hangnail and that really fucking hurt.
Ouch.
Ouchie George.
Ouch.